Welcome to Codex, History of Video Games. My name's Tyler Osby.
And I'm Mike Coletta.
And today we're going to do a little bit of an experiment here. In light of the recent announcement of a new Star Fox game, of which we all know we are huge fans of Star Fox, we're going to do Star Fox this week, but there's a little bit of a twist. Mike, tell them what's going on.
So the twist is, well, the exact thing that happened is Tyler texted me like, do you think you could talk about Star Fox while I play Star Fox and we see who... Will I finish the episode before Tyler beats the game is the question today. That's the game we're playing. The game within the game.
That's true. Because Star Fox, not a speed run. Well, you can speed run it, but it's not that interesting. But it is a short game. Like a full run from like to roll credits is like 45 minutes maybe.
That's right. And so what we're doing today is I'm doing an episode on Star Fox, the 1993 Super Nintendo version and the 64 version, kind of combining those together. While I'm doing that, Tyler will be playing Star Fox on stream. You'll see it if you're watching this on YouTube.
Yep.
Tyler's playing Star Fox. And then I will be, well, I'm not going to try to race. I am going to do it legitimate. You know, I'm not going to try to rush anything, but we'll just see who finishes first.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
That's the game.
I think the dream is that we sort of finish at the same time.
That is the dream. It's going to be really awkward if I finish the episode and Tyler's still like stuck on something in the game. It's going to be very funny.
It's going to be really awkward if I like lose and get a game over and I just have to be like, well, okay. But
you're going to blame everything on latency, right?
That's right, because I am playing, I do legitimately own a cartridge of this game, but I'm playing on an emulator for ease of streaming. So, you know, anything goes wrong, it's because of hardware issues. Definitely not.
That's right.
Definitely
it's not Tyler's ability as a gamer. It's 100% latency. Also, I'm going to be looking this way when I look at Tyler because I have you on another screen so I can watch.
Okay.
Because I want to watch. Like, I want to know.
Yeah.
So I also can't hear the game. So you should be able to, listener, and Tyler should be able to hear it, but I can't hear it.
Yeah, which is kind of a bummer because a lot of the reason this game is so great is audio.
It's true.
I'm going to use my Retro Fighters Nintendo
Brawler
64 controller connected in Bluetooth mode.
Nice.
And I set this all up yesterday. I hope that it is fine now.
Well, we're going to go for it. You ready to start?
All right. I'm throwing up the old screen share. Here's Star Fox 64, and I'm going to click play. And here we go.
Right. Okay. So, as Tyler said, because we got the new one going on that's coming out. When is that new one coming out? June?
Yes.
June. And when I say new one, I mean they're just remaking Star Fox 64, which is, as we're going to talk about later in this episode, has happened multiple times. And you could argue is what Star Fox is.
It's kind of what they do.
Them remaking it over and over again. But we're going to talk about the first two games. Both games were kind of technical showcases in a way. The Star Fox 1993 for the Super FX chip and Star Fox 64 for the new N64 hardware and the Rumble Pack, which we'll get into. But this game is just nostalgia overload for me, and I'm sure it is for you, Tyler, which is a bummer because the music is so good right now.
Yeah,
as you're flying to Corneria, it's so good. Open the wings. Oh gosh, the R-wing, an iconic ship.
Yeah, because this is a brand new save file, we have to watch all the cutscenes, so that gives you a little bit of extra time.
That's fine. That's good. That's good because my script is longer than I thought it would be. Okay, so let's start with the Grime Facts section, and we're gonna kind of do both games in each. So we'll do Grime Facts for both games, then we'll do the plot for both games, then we'll do the gameplay for both games, and then the development for both games. Like I'll tell the development story as like a long story with both games involved.
Okay.
That's just kind of how I did this one. So first off, Star Fox was developed by Nintendo EAD and also Argonaut Software, which we'll talk about a little more. It was released on February 21st, 1993 in Japan, March 26, 1993 in North America, and June 3rd, 1993 in Europe. It came out originally on the Super Nintendo, but you can play it now on the SNES Classic Edition if you want to, or probably the easiest way is Nintendo Switch Online. They have it on there.
Yeah.
So go ahead and play it that way. Tyler's blasting stuff right now too. This is good. I would say the Nintendo Switch Online is probably the best way to play because it's got like save states and stuff, but it would be cool if you play this on Super Nintendo. Then you can get the full experience.
Yeah, I would also say that the 3DS remake is pretty good, unless you like really don't like the new voices that they did.
Well, the 3DS remake is Star Fox 64. I'm talking about the Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So It is so. I have sales data that's 4 million copies worldwide. Again, take that stuff with a grain of salt. They weren't really tracking this kind of stuff of the days in the days of yore. But genre, gameplay style, it's a rail shooter. It's also a space combat shooter kind of thing, is how I would describe it. It's a sci-fi space game.
Yeah, it's like if you took one of those rail shooters, like top-down rail shooters, and just like change the camera angle.
Dude, did you just do a little loop-de-loop just now?
I may have done a barrel roll.
You did the titular, the eponymous barrel roll.
Barrel roll.
Very good stuff, Tyler. All right. So the average time to complete, according to howlongtobeat.com, is the main story for Star Fox 1993 is 1 hour. Main plus extra 2.5 hours. Completion is 4 hours. I'm assuming they mean completionist, like you take all the routes in the game.
Yeah, I think
kind
so.
of what I'm taking from that. The Metacritic score, well, guess what? There was no Metacritic in 1993, but the game was very well received. Just know that. So now let's do the grind facts of Star Fox 64. This was only Nintendo EAD. I don't believe Argonaut was involved, which makes sense because there was no Super Effects chip for the N64.
Yeah, they were
make sense.
They felt like much more of a hardware company than a software company that like also happened to make a pretty cool game.
That's right. That's right. And then the release dates for Star Fox 64 are April 27th, 1997 in Japan, June 30th, 1997 in North America, and then your PAL region got the game in October 4th, 1997. You know what's funny is we say PAL region all the time, but that's like Europe. It's also certain parts of Asia. It's also Australia, right? Is the PAL region. It's like kind of a weird mix. So also certain parts of South America are PAL region also. So just keep that in mind. So, and then re-releases. This one is probably really good to play on the 3DS version.
Yeah.
If you want to play it that way. It originally came out on the 64. It is honestly, to me, one of the best N64 games came out. I think you could argue that.
I agree. I've spent probably the most time playing this game, Banjo-Kazooie, and Ocarina of Time.
Dude, what you're doing right now is my favorite thing in the game. How you like skim the water. I thought it was like the coolest effect as a kid.
Yeah.
It just looks so cool.
The reflection.
Oh yeah, dude. It's dope. So, okay. This game also came out on the Virtual Console for the Wii and the Wii U, and it's also on Switch Online if you pay the extra for the N64 emulator.
Yeah.
So, I would say there's a billion ways to play this game. Honestly, like if you just wait until June, you're going to get to play it again. That's kind of how I would say you could do it.
Yep.
Is you can just wait until June. The other way to play it, though, I would say is maybe the 3DS, like Tyler said, if you don't mind the voice lines changing a little bit. But it's also, both of these games are very emulatable with legal copies of the game, of course.
Of course.
We would never promote Sailing the Seven Seas on this podcast.
Would never promote piracy.
Would never promote it, ever. I'm starting to think that my own notes are wrong because I also put 4 million copies sold for the 64 version, which doesn't seem correct.
That seems like a lot of copies.
It does seem like a lot.
But it was a Player's Choice Award, which means it sold at least 1 million, right?
It sold a lot. I'm looking here to see, and I definitely goofed it. Oh yeah, in the first 5 days of the game's US launch, it says 300,000 copies sold. Again, that's entirely well, actually this one is supported by this is kind of cool. It's supported by a GameFAQs article, which is
Okay.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's like really cool. We don't normally get sales figures supported by actual. This is from the Wayback Machine, GameSpot News. Sony announced. Oh wait, that's Sony. After a week, Star Fox 64 was released. Nintendo is heralding the sales of 300,000 units of the game, so it sold pretty great for 1990s. So keep that in mind.
And it came with a Rumble Pack.
Oh, we're gonna get to the Rumble Pack. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, dude.
The Rumble Pack. And also Miyamoto's thoughts on the Rumble Pack.
Ooh.
I also found some notes about that too.
I'm excited to hear about that.
From an old interview. There was no Metacritic when the N64 version came out, but the 3DS version has a Metacritic score. I believe it's in the 80s. It's 88 out of 100 is what this says here. But I wonder if that's the 64 version. Hold on. Because you know how the 64 version comes out later?
Yeah.
Like Metacritic's decided to make reviews for games like retro games much later. It's just, yeah, it's all this looks like it's backlogged, but it says an 88 out of 100 is the general in N64 thoughts on Star Fox 64. So, man, you're already in space, dude. Dang. Okay, I gotta pick it up. Jeez Louise. All right, so the gameplay section. Let's go over the gameplay. Gameplay for both these games is very similar, I would say, right? It's an on-the-rail shooter. You're flying your R-Wing around.
Mm-hmm.
The difference really comes in graphics. If you play the Super Nintendo version, I hope you like triangles, because there's a lot of those in that game.
And I hope you like slideshows because it runs at like 20 frames per second max.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. But the whole point of the game is that you fly around in your R-Wing. Sometimes you use the Landstar. Or Landmaster, not Landstar. Landstar is a trucking game. Landmaster is the tank that you fly. Although I don't think, because I am not super familiar with the Super Nintendo game, and I don't think the Landmaster was the Landmaster in the Super Nintendo game?
No, there's like a kind of proto Landmaster thing in Star Fox 2 on the Super Nintendo, but that one didn't come out until later, which maybe we'll talk about that today. I don't remember.
Dude, I learned, by the way, those enemies that you're killing are called Space Shoguns.
Space Shoguns?
The like guys in the robot suits.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool, right? So, all right. But you essentially are flying around in your R-Wing. It's kind of weird doing a gameplay section while you could just actively look at Tyler doing the gameplay.
Yeah.
I'm realizing this now. But you got a bunch of moves. You can do a barrel roll, as Tyler did earlier. You collect power-ups. Your R-Wing has like multiple shooting methods. You can just shoot lasers at stuff. You can also lock on and charge it. And then you can also shoot bombs, which make big explosions. Did you just use a bomb to show everyone what it looks like?
I did a second ago.
A charge shot?
That was a charge shot. The charge shots are cool.
Oh no!
You're gonna have to bleep that.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out. Thanks a lot. You know what? We've never done it where we've actually people can see how much we swear while we play video games. I gotta get the time code for that. This is kind of a mess of an episode, and I'm all about it. All right, 12:45.
The thing about charge shots is that if you kill more than one thing with a shot, you get like bonus points.
Oh, dude. Yeah, the charge. Yeah,
so getting the medals is all about charge shots.
Yeah, you got to get medals in this game as well. I didn't even talk about that. You got to collect those gold rings in each level, and then you got to get the score, right? It's all about score. So you got to do that. I think the cool thing about this game, though, and the cool thing about this specific Star Fox 64 game and what it did is it added a bunch of new features that were not in the Super Nintendo game. So Star Fox 64 introduced all range mode, which is this kind of...
Which is where we just got to, an all range mode section.
Yeah. Yeah, you take yourself off rails essentially, and you have like a big 3D space you can fly around in, and then you can fight. And so Tyler right now is fighting this boss that way. You also there's metal challenges. I think that was introduced in Star Fox 64. That was not in the original.
Yeah, I got the medal for Corneria. It's 150 kills.
Oh, nice, dude. And then Tyler just blew up the boss just now.
No, I just blew up the pre-boss. Don't party just yet.
Oh, okay. Don't party, everybody. Oh, man. This game is so cool, though. Just the aesthetic of it. I love it so much. Okay. So, and then on top of that, you get this. I actually, you know what's funny is I didn't really mess with the multiplayer. Did you ever play multiplayer?
I did, yeah.
64?
It's not great.
Yeah. They're bringing that back in the new Star Fox.
I think there's a lot of potential there for a cool multiplayer game, but I don't think this game did a great job of. It's just like fly around and shoot your friends, which is like, I mean, in the days of N64, I guess that was fine. It was just like, nowadays it's like I would want some more, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Dude, I just noticed the cocky little freaks line. That's a classic line.
Cocky little freaks.
It's so
my gosh,
good.
this guy's tough because he.
I also just realized how much just visually Gundam is an influence on this game as well. Like Mobile Suit Gundam with the Shogun suits and everything. It's so cool. Okay, I can't get distracted. I got to keep going. I got to beat this before Tyler finishes. So the voice acting is something that I think it really shines, though, in Star Fox 64, because in the first game, it was very much like text-based, right? In this game, all the characters have voices. They have the text pop up on the screen, but they also read it out loud. And it's very much makes it feel a lot more cinematic
Yeah.
than I would say the older one, the first one was.
And they have such good lines. Like the delivery of them is so iconic as well. I don't know if it's good or if it's nostalgia goggles, but like I just really love it.
I do too, and I also love when Star Wolf gets introduced
Mhm.
and that whole like feeling and the rivalry. Like as a kid, you were like, "Oh man, that Star Wolf is here! It's crazy." So it's got a lot going on. Nice job downing 130 enemies.
Thanks.
Tyler.
I don't think it's enough for the medal on this level. I think it's 150 on Sector Y.
Oh, that's okay. Does that mean you're going to take a different branch?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh, I
So
did get it. Maybe it just flickered. Oh no, I didn't. It flickered like it was about to give me one.
are you going to the ice planet now?
I'm going to the underwater planet. We're doing
Is it submarine
this is the
time?
Blue Marine.
The Blue Marine. Oh, I haven't even talked about that yet. Also, we haven't even talked about General Pepper yet. Look at him. Look at how cool he is.
Yeah.
I love that it's a dog.
I love that everything in this game is just like a bunch of anthropomorphic animals.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's so good. Okay. So also a big thing about Star Fox 64 that was different than Star Fox, the 1993 version, is Rumble Packs. So the Rumble Pack was bundled with the game when you bought it, which is really cool. And it just, I mean, I think Rumble Pack now, like Rumble in a game is kind of just like assumed.
Yeah.
And then I guess you have the new haptic thing with like the PlayStation 5 controller that was kind of revolutionary. But this is like the peak of like, whoa, you can put the Rumble Pack in and play with the Rumble Pack and get the force feedback.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if the Rumble Pack came
Not
out
force feedback.
before the DualShock controller did, or
Yeah.
like were they the first
I
ones
think
to do it?
I'm not sure. We should look that up.
Yeah.
It's really important. Who was the first to rumble in a game? Tyler right now is submarining it up right now, everybody.
That's
So
true.
if you're listening, he's on a submarine. Let's talk about the plot. And for the plot, I found a Informer review, like an actual scanned magazine article, which I love finding those when I find those. And this is their description of the storyline. So I'm just going to read it verbatim. Quote, the storyline is sort of a Star Wars meets Dr. Dolittle. It takes place at an all-animal universe of the Lilat planetary system. You are Fox McCloud, commander of a mercenary squadron of fighter pilots known as Star Fox. So I just thought Star Wars meets Dr. Dolittle was a great line, and I had to keep it in there.
Yeah.
But essentially, you're trying to fight Andros, who is an evil genius scientist, and he's essentially trying to take over the Lilat system, and it's your job as Star Fox to stop him. General Pepper recruits you, and then you have 3 teammates. You're Fox McCloud, son of James McCloud, who is his dad and legendary pilot, which in the new game, we actually have the prologue
Yeah.
of James McCloud, like leaving you. And it's a classic case of like, he didn't die on screen, so he might not be dead.
Yeah.
Is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well,
That's
maybe
my,
we'll find out in this game.
That's my theory. So you also have Falco Lombardi, who's like your rival pilot, kind of like your Maverick versus Iceman character, if you were going to compare it to Top Gun. Peppy Hare is the veteran who actually flew with your father, and Slippy Toad is super annoying, and he's your engineer. That's pretty much how it works. Although Slippy, when you die, has the funniest like, no, he says,
Fox!
yeah, Fox! It's so good. Okay, so... And then what you're going to do is in the game, you're just trying to move your way through the galaxy to stop Andros. And Andros is on the planet Venom. So that's where you're headed, right? Is the planet
Yes.
Venom to stop him. So, and then it was kind of like, yeah, like my notes here, I put kind of like an interactive sci-fi movie. I think that's giving it a lot more cinematic than it is. It's still a video game, you know, and it's an arcadey video game. It's just fun and got a lot of silly nostalgia to it. So, and this submarine level is bonkers, and I forgot about it, so I'm kind of distracted. Okay, now let's get into development. So the development story behind the original Star Fox is really set behind them making use of the Super FX chip. So Nintendo partnered with a British studio called Argonaut Software to create the Super FX chip, and it's a custom processor built directly into the game cartridge, which is something I kind of forgot about. Like, I thought the Super FX chip was like in the system. It is not. It is a cartridge based processor.
Yeah,
So,
it's like a whole console in a cartridge.
which made the cartridges more expensive
Yes.
as well. We should point that out. So, Argonauts was led by Jeremy Elliott, also known as Jez San, and they made a prototype of Star Fox called SNES Glider, which was based on a prototype of their own Amiga game, Star Glider. And then I found a web archive article from 2008 with an interview with Jez San, and they said, quote, "I told them that this is as good as it's going to get unless they let us design some hardware to make the SNES better at 3D. Amazingly, even though I have never done any hardware before, they said yes and gave me $1 million to make it happen."
Dang.
End quote. Yeah. So they were so impressed by SNES Glider that they were like, let's make a full game out of it. And what they ended up with after working with chip designers from Cambridge, actually, was a new chip that goes on the cartridge, making the game a little bit more expensive, as I said before, but the console remained the same. So it's important that this is like an upgrade to your hardware without having to purchase anything extra for your console. It's just built into the game cartridge, which is kind of a good way to do it. So the result was, here's a quote from the article. Quote, "The result was the mathematical Argonaut rotation input and output, or Mario chip." That's a little on the nose, isn't it? Nintendo actually renamed it to Super FX instead of Mario, but it wasn't just a graphics chip, though. It was a microprocessor built to run graphics software, but it also did other things like fast math. And that was a quote from Jez. So the chip was also a major selling point at the time of marketing the game as well. I actually found in that same Game Informer article that talks about Star Wars v. Dr. Dolittle, what in the Zelda are you fighting right now?
The bioweapon. One of the bioweapons.
Dude, look at the eyeball.
I know, that's the weak spot.
Jeez Louise.
Gotta hit the eyeball for massive damage.
Eyeball's gotta be a weak spot. It can't not be a weak spot. Okay. So, sorry, I keep getting distracted. This might be the test
This is a very unhinged episode.
Yeah, of why this doesn't work, because I am getting straight up like pulled away by looking at the right side.
And I can't help. I can't say stuff because I'm like focused on. I'm also playing the hard route. I'm taking the hard route here.
You're taking the hard route? You're just trying to show off to everyone right now.
Played a lot of Star Fox. Although
mission accomplished though, dude.
I never did get all the medals and like do expert mode and stuff. I really should.
Yeah,
dang, that was rude.
Dude. Oh, they just said Slippy's not a screw up after all. That's really mean. And then thanks a lot, Peppy. Don't take that workplace abuse, Slippy. It's rude. Okay, so here's the quote from the Game Informer article on the Wayback Machine that had this little gem about it. So this is to show like how much they're really selling the Super FX chip in the marketing at the time. Quote, "When Nintendo announced their plans to introduce games integrating their new Super FX chip, we could only imagine the effect it would have on our Super Nintendo system. When they explained that the SFX chip was a math coprocessor utilizing RISC, reduced instruction set computer technology, which was capable of calculations fast enough to produce real-time 3D polygon graphics and special effects," end quote. That's in a Game Informer article. Like, they're talking tech in Game Informer, and I don't know about you, when I was reading Game Informer, I was like 7. So I would have no idea what they were talking about, but they were really pushing this technology is like the reason to buy Star Fox. Which I thought was really cool.
I would have been going to school and being like, yeah, and it's got RISC processors in it, so it's so good. And everybody be like, cool, man. And I'd be like, I don't know what that means, but it's cool.
But it's cool. Well, actually, you do know what it means because it's reduced instruction set computer technology.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh wait, is this the planet that is polluted?
Yeah.
Oh, this whole game is actually about climate change.
Yep.
Did you know that? I didn't say that. All right. So pretty much this game was a showcase for the new Super FX chip, and it stood out. Without the Super FX chip, I would simply say like Star Fox probably wouldn't have been as big as it was, right? And Delilah agrees. Can you hear her? Thanks, buddy. So pretty much this game showed Nintendo's willingness to push their hardware beyond its limits, right? And Nintendo has a history of doing this, like with the expansion pack also in the N64. Like, they'll take their console and kind of breathe new life into it, which I think is really cool. And they did that with the Super FX chip. Series creator Shigeru Miyamoto was inspired by the British puppet show Thunderbirds.
Oh man, I love Thunderbirds.
And Star Wars style space battles. That's what gave him the inspiration to develop Star Fox. And he also took inspiration from Japanese folklore in making Fox's team, which is why we have a hare, a toad, and a falcon as like his teammates, right? In the promos for Star Fox in 1993 for the SNES, they actually used puppets, and you can see that puppet on the box art. Thank you, Delilah. That the Star Fox is a puppet pictured on the case.
It's so good.
It's so good. And they actually made commercials for this, and they shelved the commercials because they thought it was too realistic and they didn't want kids getting confused and thinking that that's what the game looked like, was like puppets, when really it was SNES graphics. Also, until April 26, 2026, no one actually knew what happened to those puppets, but it's now been confirmed that they were made of rubber and real animal fur and feathers, and they were deteriorating pretty quick. So they made the decision to destroy them, and that's from a Nintendo Everything article. So if you want to look up more, just type in Star Fox puppets on nintendoeverything.com and you'll see more about that. But I would say like the mix of the arcade gameplay and cinematic stuff made it stand out at the time with the Super FX chip. Also, like to have a 3D game on the Super Nintendo, even though it played at 20 frames a second, like you said, that's going to be a selling point.
Yeah, it was still pretty cool back in the day.
Yeah, and then 4 years later, Nintendo's going to release Star Fox 64. So we're going to move on to talking about Star Fox 64's development now. And the story, like for that, really starts with Star Fox 2. And we could probably do a whole episode on Star Fox 2. I would like to actually take some time to talk about Star Fox 2 in its own separate thing, because it's kind of an interesting story about a cancellation that ended up coming back way, way later, but it still feels a little unfinished. But if you want to know more about Star Fox 2, there's actually a Nintendo Life article that I used for this section called, quote, "The Full Story Behind Star Fox 2, Nintendo's Most Famous Cancellation." So if you want to look into that, you can certainly do so. But Star Fox 2 was in full swing right after the success of the first one. The article even mentions the game like experimenting with different things. Like at one point, they were going to ditch the on-the-rails formula and make it more of a roguelike, which I thought was kind of cool.
I would play a roguelike Star Fox.
Yeah. Dude, Delilah is so loud right now. I am so sorry to the listener. I'm not going to mute her out because she's a producer on this podcast and she has a lot to say.
It's in her contract, actually, that she
important.
can't be silenced.
We can't mute her. We were not allowed to. So this is going to easily be our most unhinged episode we've ever done. And I think, you know what? It was time. So
Yep.
How close are you, by the way? How are you doing in the game? Like, how many missions you got left, do you think?
I have, let's see, I got, so this one, and if I can shoot all of these thingies, this is,
you're making my life so not easy, dude.
If I can shoot all those searchlights, then I will go to Sector Z, and then from Sector Z, if I can do the things you got to do there, I will be able to go on to Area 6, and then from Area 6 will be Venom.
Okay. I might finish before you, which is going to be fun.
Then I guess we'll just spend a bunch of time.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm going to let you keep fighting that boss, though, now. Okay, so yeah, Star Fox 2 is in full swing, but what ended up happening with Star Fox 2 is they all kind of saw the writing on the wall with the N64 on the horizon, and the decision was made to axe Star Fox 2 and instead make Star Fox 64. And then rather reinvent the whole formula, Nintendo focused on refining it, and I actually found a interview with Shigeru Miyamoto on the web archive, and the site, it's odd, is called Miyamoto Shrine, but I think the interview is actually originally from Nintendo Power.
Okay.
So on the question of why they chose to remake Star Fox 1993 for Star Fox 64, Miyamoto said, quote, "We wanted to produce an interesting game design rather than a new story. Sometimes I ask myself if we should continue this approach. For example, should we keep trying to put all the new technologies into each new Mario game? What comes next? Super Mario 128? Actually, that's what I want to do." And then he laughs.
Yes, Super Mario 128 sounds great.
Mm-hmm. And then when asked about how Star Fox 2 influenced Star Fox 64. We actually got this from Miyamoto, which I was pretty excited to actually see this just in writing because it kind of explains a lot. So, quote, we borrowed several ideas. All range mode, multiplayer mode, and the Star Wolf scenario all came from Star Fox 2. I'd say 60% of Star Fox 64 comes from the original game, 30% from Star Fox 2, and 10% is entirely new, end quote. Which I'm like, that's cool that he gave us a breakdown
Yeah.
of the whole thing. You don't really see that often because I know that's like been a big question about this is like what like why did they choose to do it this way? Why did they choose to just kind of make the same game but better? But I mean, it all works out because everything was smoother. Like we got a better frame rate, better controls, better pacing, better sound, better level design. Like we talked about the music in this game at the beginning, but straight up, like when they played the new trailer for the new Star Fox that's coming out on Switch 2, it was like nostalgia feels the moment the music kicked in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was so good. So in addition to the voice acting, in addition to the everything else, the voice acting became one of the game's defining features. At the time, hearing like fully voiced characters during gameplay was still not very common on consoles. I would say even more uncommon on Nintendo cartridge consoles.
Yes, I would fully agree. I bet most of this game's like 8 megabytes is just voice clips at very low resolution. Because like, look, listen. Well, you can't hear it, but it's fully voiced.
Mm-hmm. And also, I love the way they talk and the little mouth like, bah, 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 bah. It actually sells the puppet thing even more, how their mouth is moving, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
If Mario is a theater show, then you could maybe say that Star Fox is a puppet show.
I think,
right?
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have to blow up all the missiles on this level, or else we go to fake Andross, and that's embarrassing for me.
Okay, so you got to lock in
a little bit. I think I can do it.
Okay, so Delilah's meowing, really trying to support you right now, just so you know.
Thank you,
just know
Delilah.
that. Okay, so Nintendo also heavily promoted the Rumble Pack accessory alongside this game, making Star Fox 64 essentially another tech showcase, right? Because you had the Super Effects chip in the first one. Now we got Rumble Pack. We got 3D polygons. We're doing it.
Yeah.
We're going full bore into technology with the N64. In that same interview with Miyamoto, when asked what are some of the problems you encounter while programming the Rumble Pack vibration sequences, he said, quote, in some situations, players don't understand. You are driving me bonkers right now. Come here.
This cat.
Come here.
I feel like we got to warn people. This is the most unhinged episode of Codex we've ever done.
It is. If this is your first episode of Codex, you are really hitting a weird mark. You know, also, Delilah hasn't really appeared on the podcast that much, but here she is. So, if people want to see my cat on the podcast, this is her. Oh, she's really going up to the microphone, too, and purring into it. That's really good. Okay. I'm going to put you down.
Oh, here's the first missile.
Are you going to blow it up?
Oh, yeah. This level is tough because your friends will actually actively hinder you if you're going for the metal, because they'll kill stuff too fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm not going for the.
He's not going.
Not
for
going
the
for the metal.
He's going for the missile. He's going to go just try to kill the real Andross.
Yep.
Right? That's the goal. Okay. So this is what Miyamoto said about the Rumble Pack. In some situations, player doesn't understand why they felt a vibration. For instance, when the attack carrier flies overhead in the branching path of Corneria, it is because of the proximity of this huge machine. We deleted similar effects when we found that they were too confusing. So they were actually learning how to use Rumble in the game while making it, right? And you don't really think about that because you think now Rumble Pack, like you fire a gun, it rumbles your controller.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like not weird at all. Back then it was kind of weird. People were like, what's happening? My controller's shaking.
Exactly. And they were using Rumble for these like storytelling elements, like to show you like the scale of something flying by you. And people didn't really get that, which I thought was interesting. So they represented moments where Nintendo pushed hardware innovation and cinematic game design forward at exactly the right time. While it seems like Miyamoto was not like, because, okay, you would say this is something that I'm kind of confusing myself on with my own notes. I'm going to try to go off script here and read this. You would think that Star Fox 64 was Miyamoto trying to make the definitive Star Fox game, right?
You would think.
You would think that. But in this interview, he actually mentions that is not what they were going for, which this is probably the most interesting point of this interview with him. Is he says, when asked about if he was trying to make the definitive Star Fox game, he said, quote, "Not exactly. I'm not so attached to the Star Fox theme. The original game was a challenge to push the limits of the Super NES hardware. When we showed the game to people, they said, what's with the triangle? For us, the polygon shapes were part of a ship or building, not just a flat triangle. Now, after finishing Star Fox 64, I can see it really was just a flat triangle." And he laughs.
I like how he's just like, I just like making games. I think making games is fun in and of itself. And so I wasn't really considering like how this is going to be my magnum opus. He's just like, I just thought it would be fun to make a game.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what I was trying to like wrap up here at the end of this episode about is like, and I'm not trying to like armchair history what I think Miyamoto was going for, because I don't know what he was going for, but just listening to this interview, I think players put a stock in like the vision of a person's game, and Miyamoto's vision is just trying to make a good game.
Yeah.
That's why he pulled stuff from the old Star Fox. That's why he pulled stuff from Star Fox 2. Like they're just trying to make the best game they can with what they have. And I think Star Fox 64 is just a good game in that sense. And I think you could make an argument that this is one of the best, if not the best, N64 games.
It's definitely up there.
It's really high up there. And I know people will be like, Ocarina of Time, Super Smash Brothers. There's a lot of great games out there. But this one really holds for me in not just a nostalgia sense, but also in a gameplay sense. Like I loved the idea of being like, you could take different branching paths by doing different things. Like it very much has that kind of like replayability in that way to see how the story would change. So I think the legacy of this game is pretty strong. I would say very much more for the N64 version than the Super Nintendo version. I wanted to talk about the Super Nintendo version because I feel like if I didn't talk about it, people would be like, why didn't you talk about it? I'm going to say something bold and a hot take. I don't really care about the Super Nintendo version.
It feels like a tech demo. Like it's like the Super Nintendo game is Star Fox 64 is what the Super Nintendo game wanted to be.
Yeah. And I think to me also, wait, did you shoot all the missiles, Tyler?
Yeah.
Nice job, dude. Good job.
Thanks. I didn't get the medal. That's the thing, because the you have to get the last hit on the missile to get the credit for it. So if one of your buddies gets a last hit, then you don't get the credits and you can't get the medal. But you also need all your buddies to be alive. So you can't just like shoot them down and be like, haha, I've gotten away. Like in order to get the medal, all your buddies have to be alive.
Oh. Do you think they're going to fix that in the new version?
No,
Maybe.
That's part of it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So I'm going to say the Super Nintendo version is less good to me than the N64 version. I remember it for the N64 version in the same way that Mario Kart for the SNES is not as like nostalgic for me as the Mario Kart for the 64 was, which I think is fair to say, just because the 3D nature of how they did 3D on the 64 versus how they did 3D on the Super Nintendo is so different. Like, and there's a problem. Like when you play those older Super Nintendo maps of Mario Kart, it's hard to see corners.
Yeah.
Like that's why they had to put the chevrons up for you to turn. It's hard to see. So I kind of, I appreciate what they were going for with setting the groundwork for later games. That's what the Super Nintendo, I think, really did. But for these games like Star Fox and Mario Kart, I would say the N64 version is the better version.
I agree.
And I also know that the running joke of Star Fox is that they keep remaking the same game over and over again. But I'd also going to say that doesn't really bother me.
Nope.
Because they're taking this formula and they're reiterating on it and they're doing different things. And I'm excited to see what happens with the new Star Fox. Like, I think it could be really fun. And with that is actually all I had for this. So I beat you, technically.
I guess you're right.
But the real winner is actually me, because now I get to watch you play this game and you finish this game. So now, for the last 10 or so minutes of this, we are really just going to talk about Tyler playing Star Fox and what we think about Star Fox. And this is Sector Y. Is that where you're on right now?
Area 6. And I'm actually having a hard time here.
Oh, okay. He's got to lock in. You can't let him swear again, because if he swears again, then
it makes your job harder.
Edit it out. It does, yeah. So, although you just picked up a ring, so you're doing good.
Yeah, and I got the bigger health bar after picking up a third gold ring, so that's good.
Maybe I should say some more about the gameplay too, because I think we kind of glossed over that while we were watching. But yeah, the rings give you health, and they also make your health bar bigger as
The
well.
gold ones, yeah. When you get 3
of them.
gold ones, you get a bigger health bar.
Yeah, but also it's really score dependent. It's weird because I feel like in my mind, Star Fox, like you would pretend to be a fighter pilot, you know, but it really is an arcadey rail shooter first, more
Yep.
than anything. And Delilah is driving me nuts again, but. I want to let you all know that I do feed my cat, and she does eat. She just pretends that she's never eaten a day in her life. But that's just the way she operates. Delilah, come here. So,
That's okay. My cats are the same way, and my dog.
poor Luna. But yeah, so this is super intense, dude.
I know, dude.
I love how, like, Falco, Peppy, Slippy, they're all just like, yeah, we're doing okay. And you're just, like, fighting for your life.
I'm like, it's the, what's the meme of the guy sweating while he's like clicking the mouse, you know?
Yeah.
That's me right
Just
now. I'm
fighting
like,
for your life. Well, especially because if you get game over on here, like that's just kind of it. You know, we're just gonna end it.
Yeah, that's true. If I die, I think it's over.
What's in the Star Fox box?
Bomb.
A bomb.
They give you a bomb when
Okay.
they don't need to give you anything else because you're doing too good.
You're doing too good. So in that sense, is there a little bit of Mario Karting going on?
A
in
little
this
bit.
game?
They don't. The box doesn't give you that much good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get the medal on here. The medal on Area 6 is 300. And I'm at the
They're
boss.
237. I mean, I think what we need to do is just have you train, right?
Yeah,
To become the world's greatest Star Fox 64 player.
that's right.
I am super excited with the new one just now. Oh, this boss. Oh, yeah.
Got to shoot the energy balls.
You gotta shoot the energy balls.
It's working.
So much dead air. I gotta be. It's hard to keep talking because there's people like listening to this in their car and they're just like, "This is not a podcast anymore. This is now a video game stream."
Yeah. Well,
if
tell me
anything.
about your history with Star Fox. How much time did you spend playing this as a kid? Did you spend a lot of time playing this? Is something you came across later on?
I never owned it, but I would always play it at friends' houses. And I mean, the best part to me was like when you were a kid and you were playing this game and a lot of other games, like when you would learn a secret from someone else.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like this game was very much that, and that you learn the branching paths from just other people. You don't go online and look it up. It's just like this is in the game, and you hang out as kids, and your friend goes, "Oh, you can actually go behind this waterfall here and go a different direction." You're like, "Wait, what?"
But you got to fly under all of the arches first, and Falco has to be alive.
I actually remember being at a party. This is probably when I peaked, by the way, 1995. Okay, and actually maybe it was 97. It was 97, and Wave Race 64 was at the party, and I knew the C button combinations to make it so your guy rides the jet ski in different ways. Did you know that you could do that?
No,
That you
I
could,
didn't.
like,
I haven't spent very much time with Wave Race.
So Wave Race, you could actually have the guy like ride the jet ski doing a handstand or ride it backwards or like ride it. Like he would just do different things, like different tricks,
That's
like kind of
cool.
the secret controls. And I remember being at a party and everyone's like, "How are you doing that?" And I'm like, "I feel like the coolest kid in the world right now." And that's where I peaked.
Yeah.
That was it. 1997.
I did it in one phase on this. We didn't have the health bar because Slippy died.
Oh,
Well, he didn't die.
Slippy.
They don't die. They have to fly away for repairs. So we'll be down.
They go to a
Slippy.
farm upstate.
Well, yeah, we'll be down a Slippy here, which is kind of a bummer.
Slippy goes to a farm upstate and he's fine.
Yep.
So nothing ever bad happened to Slippy. So okay, mission 6. So now we're going to Venom.
Yep.
Right.
7 levels in this game.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's his Slippy's down. If Slippy goes down in a previous level, will he come back later?
Yeah. So he's out for the level that he gets killed on, and then he's out for the next level, and then the level after that he'll come back. But we're on the last level, so we just no Slippy.
No Slippy. All right.
But you know what we are going to see here?
Andross's Battle World. What, the Star Wolf?
Don't get too cocky, Star Fox.
Oh, Leon. I forgot about Leon. Pigma famously betrayed
Yep.
James McLeod in the new prequel in the new prologue that was shown.
Yeah, which has always been part of the lore, but they put a little cutscene to it in the. There's one.
In the new game.
Get wrecked.
Dude, you are just destroying these guys. Annoying bird, I am the great Leon. It's a great line. It's funny when in kids' games, they clearly should be swearing at each other, but they can't. So they have to find a creative way to talk smack to one another.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Are we going to lose Peppy here?
Oh, no. You just going to let Peppy die?
Yep. I like how they're like acknowledging that they have new ships, but we have not seen Starwolf yet. Because we didn't play the Fortuna level.
Oh, that's right. You didn't play Fortuna. That's the ice world where you first meet him, right?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man, you're hitting a lot of stuff here, Ty.
I know. Annoying bird.
Annoying bird. I think, yeah, this game, just the way that they talk to you also felt very personal as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, you really, like, took it seriously, and you're like, I hate Pig, the Pigma guy. He's so mean.
Oh.
Dude.
I got a better ship.
Oh, that was really good. We should have been the voice actors in the new one. If they redo the voice lines, I'm actually going to be kind of upset. I think they should leave the old voice lines in for like specific like famous ones, like do a barrel roll.
I think they should have an option to like play it very close to the original, but I do hope that they add new cool stuff in. Like
I want to mention that the funniest part about this to me is it's like you're the only pilot that knows how to do a loop-de-loop move, and none of the other ones do.
They'll do them sometimes. Starwolf
do
does them sometimes.
Oh, Starwolf does it. Well, he's the pro. He's the pro ace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Truly.
Can't let
truly
you
a
do that,
professional.
Star Fox.
Oh, this is so good. It's giving me all sorts of feels. I actually want to play this myself now. And I want to see. I actually don't know if I have an N64 cartridge of this. I should look that up.
Oh, well, don't emulate it unless you own a copy of it. Gosh, these guys are really annoying. I'm sure there's like some secret that I don't know. But I'm better.
I would buy it. You're good, but I'm better. That's a classic line. I also can't hear the lines, so I have to like freestyle them.
Oh, I got you then.
Oh,
I got him.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 in a row. Let's go. All right.
Did you get rid of Leon too?
There's
one more to go. Gosh, you're so good at this.
See, there he goes. He does a little loop-de-loop there.
Okay, good. All right.
Oh, it's good that Pigma's last because now I can really
get revenge
really
for your
savor
father?
my revenge.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
It makes me wonder if James McLeod is going to be like, oh, I'll go it alone from here. You leave Falco behind?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild, dude.
Here we go. We're going in deep into the heart
But
of
you're
Venom.
nothing without your teammates.
No. This is something I have to do alone, Mike.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh man! And now all of a sudden you're in some sort of trench.
Yeah, I never know which
space station.
I never know which direction to go.
I don't know anything about this, so this is so old to me that the memory is just gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's entirely up to you now, Tyler. The fate of this anthropomorphic animal galaxy is entirely in your hands.
Do you know what's funny, Mike? When you said earlier when you were talking about like the playground rumors aspect of this, like because we didn't have the internet to look it up. I don't know if I said this or not, but I did have the player's guide for this game, and I read it at the breakfast table like it was the greatest book I've ever read. So I did know a lot of secrets. Although Nintendo famously did not put every secret in their player's guides.
No, yeah, they like to leave some mystery to it. Oh, this boss is also just classic.
Yeah, also Nintendo loves a big head with 2 hands boss, like floating hands.
They do love a big hands boss. Oh, you just got one. Nice. It's his eyeballs and his hands, and then he becomes like robot head, right?
We shall see.
If I remember correctly.
Oh, you got to send a bomb in there when he does that.
Yep. You got to make him eat a bomb, otherwise he'll suck you in.
Yep. Can't say that. There we go. So you're right about robot Andros if you get to the fake Andros. However,
if it's the real one, it's the brain.
it's his brain.
That's right.
And guess
'Cause he's
what?
the real Andros.
It's time for all range mode. You show your true form.
I love how he's like, so Andros, you show your true form, a brain stem and a brain with eyes.
A giant brain
That's his
with
true form.
with lightning eyes.
That's right. Oh, this is beautiful.
All right.
I really hope. Okay, you know what? If you're listening to this podcast still, miraculously, after the cats meowing and the dead air and me just forgetting we're doing a podcast because I'm watching my friend play Star Fox, if you have Star Fox memories, you should email us or Discord us or something, because, or if you have memories of playing a game with like childhood friends where you're like sharing secrets, you should let us know, because that's to me the best part about this, right? That's like the wholesome, fun aspect about video games.
Yeah.
There's a great channel on YouTube called You Can Beat Video Games. I think I've talked about it before, and it's just this guy showing you how to beat old retro video games, and it really feels like that. It just gives you that same kind of feeling of like he'll show you where all the secrets are. In fact, I watched his Star Tropics episode while I was playing the Star Tropics game because I wanted to beat it.
Yeah.
And before I actually did an episode on Star Tropics. So that's just a fun little hint if you want to like learn more about it. I don't know if he's done Star Fox or not, but yeah, send us an email at codexhistorypodcast@gmail.com or go to our Discord and pop in the mailbag section or general chat and just tell us your fun gaming experience. I was thinking about that the other day too did you ever, Tyler, play games and like draw your own maps?
Yeah.
And write your own notes?
Come on. Oh. This
Dude,
boss
I
is
believe
really
you're
tedious.
trying to kill his temporal lobe right now. If I know
Got
my
him.
pieces of the brain. Oh, you did it. If I go down, I'm taking you with me. Oh no. That was Andros's head. Does that mean that Andros is piloting a giant ship that's his brain?
I don't know. Hold on.
James McLeod is here. Father? I
'Cause-
love how your dad is just your dad with sunglasses. It's you with sunglasses on.
Yeah. Follow me, folks. Because we got to get out of here. We're still trying to get out of here. Who knows the way out? You know who knows the way out?
No,
James McLeod.
James McLeod, your dad.
Is he real? Is he a ghost? Unclear.
Unclear. This is really doing it for me right now, by the way.
Yeah.
This idea of an episode that you had. I know we're probably going to get people reaching out to us like, hey, unlistenable. But
And maybe they're right. I love James McLeod here says, never give up, trust your instincts, which is something Peppy says to Fox a lot.
Oh,
Shoot,
here's
which
my
way
thing
did he
though
go?
about this is
Okay.
I don't think I've
It
had.
was this way. I messed up, dude.
You messed up. Oh, it doesn't tell you which way to go.
You have to follow him. And if you miss
luckily
it,
you have 13 lives.
yeah. If you miss
to do
it,
this.
all right. Well, we got to, since we're so close to the end here, we got to just do it. But it's very
No, we
easy
gotta
to
just
miss
lock
which
in.
way he went towards the end. Like it,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on purpose to where you're supposed to just 50-50 it towards the end, but because it does
'Cause he
change
just,
every
like-
time.
Oh, it does change.
Yeah,
Oh man, this is intense.
I know. We're going which way?
Tyler's going,
going right.
If you're listening to this podcast, Tyler's going through a trench right now that's exploding inside Andros's homeworld of Venom. He's following the ghost or his real father. We're not entirely sure. Just giving you the play-by-play
Yeah.
of the Star Fox 64 video.
Okay, we made it. Phew.
He did it. He boosted out.
We're getting out of here. All right, Dad, take me home.
Take me home, country dad.
You've become so strong, Fox. Oh, the closure.
But he disappeared.
So was he real or was he a ghost?
Oh man. This is it, dude. Wait, is that him right there?
No, that was Falco, I think. So yeah, look
Man.
at Fox. He's looking around. Where'd he go?
Where's my dad? Where's my puppet dad with aviator sunglasses on? Man, now you know what I really want now.
Slippy's okay
I
now.
re- Slippy's okay now, but Peppy's down. I and this is me looking into the camera pleading. Dear Lego, make a Star Fox R-Wing set. Please.
I'm
That's what I want. You got Nintendo's license now. Make an R-Wing. You can do it. Producer Shigeru Miyamoto. I didn't even talk about how he was the producer. He wasn't the director of this game. But he did. There's a little quote throwaway in there that his job as the producer was to make the first like 30 minutes as exciting as possible, so people stay hooked in. I didn't include that quote in there, but I thought that was really funny to be like, you got to hook them in. So, what a great game!
Yeah, truly. We rolled credits. There's Kat because we saw her on Zonus. She came to
Nice,
help us
dude.
in Sector Z as well. She's not there in Sector Z if you
Slippy's
didn't go to
jamming out.
Zonus before.
Slippy's just jamming out in there,
Yeah.
just rocking back and forth. What a great video
Yeah.
game!
There are two possible friends in this game. You can if you go to Katina, you get Bill, who's like Fox's old friend from pilot school or
Bill the
whatever.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill the dog is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then he'll come back and help you in a couple different levels if you're successful there. And then Kat will come back and help you after Zonus. She helps you on Sector Z as well if you went to Zonus first.
I love it.
But we do have to watch. You got to get to the awards ceremony portion. It's like very Star Fox or very Star Wars.
We're gonna seriously, we're gonna keep going. Like we're gonna wait until the credits roll. We're gonna be respectful of the creators of this video game.
Yeah,
okay?
that's right.
I watch the credits on every time I beat a game. By the way,
I do too.
I just do it now.
I more and more, especially on more recent games. Sometimes I like know people who are in the credits, and that's like kind of cool. So I try to watch and see if I recognize any names.
I'm writing in my notes for the time codes I have to edit that Tyler did a swear. Is what I'm writing in there. Tyler did a swear. Tyler did a swear.
Oh, I did 2 swears. I'm sorry.
You gotta do 2 swears. You gotta put it in our swear jar.
Yep.
And when we get enough money in our swear jar, we're gonna buy a Sega Saturn. That's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're buying with the swear jar.
Yeah, swear jar money. Low stakes, low bar.
Oh yeah, look at these guys.
Oh, that's dude. This is a great example of painted backgrounds with 3D characters on them too, which is like kind of an art form within itself.
Yep.
That I love. Look at Pepper.
He still sounds like he's on a radio.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, sir. Oh, you can't hear
Dude.
him. That's too bad.
It's okay. I'm just a huge fan of this. Great Fox is ready to go. Oh, your little robot buddy too.
It's time for us to go now. And then they run.
And they're just running. I love it. This game, just a vibe. Really a great vibe.
Yep. I love the MIDI soundtrack because it's like all the same instruments that they use in Ocarina of Time. So these kind of sound like Ocarina of Time songs, except for they're not.
Man.
I like how they run along this thing and then slowly in the background, the Great Fox will start to rise. I'm like, why aren't they on it? Where are they running? You guys can't outrun the Great Fox. What are we doing here?
This is actually just PT.
Oh.
They need to do a little physical training because they've been sitting for so long in their ships. They got to get their 10,000 steps in.
Yeah, that makes sense. They all have metal feet, so I'm assuming something has happened to their legs and that it requires a lot of...
Oh, there's the Great Fox.
Oh, man. And it's not missing a wing. If you lose in Sector Z and a missile hits, then it'll be missing a wing.
That's so cool. I like that they did this. They make it... Oh.
I know. I wish you could hear the music because it's just like... the music is so like triumphant and... We finished.
Dude, I'm just gonna. The best part is I can just go on YouTube and listen to the music when we're done recording.
That's true.
I'm super stoked about that.
When you edit this, you'll be able to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I always wanted to be in the Super Mario Club. How do you join the Super Mario Club?
Can you join the Super Mario Club in 2026?
I don't know.
It's our only hope. Well, Ty,
we're almost there.
Good job. Oh, and then they fly off into the sunset.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
Fly off towards solar. And it's a good thing we did the real Andros ending because otherwise you get this scene and then he laughs at you. You hear his laughter.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
And then we would be really embarrassed because we're supposed to be video game people on the internet.
Yep.
And then we do it wrong.
Yep,
And as that person on TikTok said, we lose all credibility.
that's true. We lose all credibility.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for going on this journey with me, Mike. Doing a nice, clean
Dude,
playthrough of Star Fox 64. I did die at the end trying to fly out with James, but I just lost track of him.
it's okay, and we're not going to sit here and judge you for that because we're just playing for fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes you play video games for fun. Isn't that crazy, people? It's a crazy thing to do.
Playing
I
video
know.
games for fun? Oh, now we get the invoice. Oh, where's the invoice
Mhm.
at? Oh, I got to type my name in. Oh, man, this is going to take forever.
Do you have a standard thing you type in?
Yeah, I just put in Thai.
You do?
Yeah.
Every time? I love this kind of thing with the 3 letters.
Yeah.
And the entering the high score in. It's just it's a good vibe.
There
and
we
just
go.
period. Just Thai, period.
There we go.
I love it. And then that's your run. And there's the invoice.
What? Yep. Venomian units destroyed, 1105. All right.
Great.
There we go. Back to the title screen.
Nice job, dude. Well, before we go, let's just end on our normal segment. What you been playing other than Star Fox 64?
I have been playing. Let me turn this off before I get distracted by it. Well, I've just played Star Fox. I have also played a little bit more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, not a lot more. And I've mostly been working on some other projects, so I just haven't been as big on playing games right now. But I did start up Star Fox Adventures as well, and that's a game that I've never played through, and I would like to play through.
Dinosaur World?
Yeah.
Is that the Dinosaur World?
Dinosaur Planet, but then it became Star
Dinosaur
Fox
Planet.
Adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's
Nice.
kind of it. I really haven't been playing that many games lately. I've just been focused on some other stuff. But what have you been playing this week? Oh, I played Slay the Spire 2 a little bit as well.
Yeah, I played some Slay the Spire 2. I was played multiplayer with that. That's kind of fun. I like that a lot.
I haven't done the multiplayer yet.
Full 180. I thought I was going to play Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up picking up Divinity Original Sin 2 again. And that CRPG, and I'm playing it on story mode just to beat the game because I like the story. I like it. So I want to just play this for fun.
Yeah.
I play games for fun. It's wild. And then that's what I've been doing a lot. I also have been I've been doing a lot of shows lately, not bragging, but I've just been busy. So I haven't really done a lot of
booking work.
Video. I mean, stand-up comedy, same time I would play video games. So it's kind of been in the way a little bit. The stand-up comedy career is getting in the way of my video game playing career. Okay.
One of those is more lucrative than the other.
Video games, way more money.
Yeah.
Certainly not this podcast. We make no money on this podcast, everyone. It's for the love of the game. Okay. So
if you think a single cent has come in because of this podcast, you are incorrect.
No, we've lost multiple cents though.
Many cents. Yeah, dozens, in fact.
Dozens of cents. But yeah, so I've been playing that. I'm hoping to beat that this week. But with that, that's going to be our episode for the day. If you want to help us out, you can just tell your friends about us. You can rate and review us on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen to us. You can go to codexpodcast.net is our website, and it has all our links on it. So you can just go there, find our Discord, find our email contact form. All that stuff is up there. If you like this episode format, tell us. If you don't, tell us, but be nice about it.
You can be mean. I don't care. I can handle it.
Yeah, I can't though. I can't.
Just DM me on Discord if you think this was stupid. DM me, and that's fine.
Yeah, but this was a lot of fun for me. I had a really good time doing it this way.
I had fun too.
Maybe we play more short games while we talk about the history of them. Maybe that's a new format we do because there's a lot of arcade games I want to talk about that we could also beat in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's something to talk about.
Just play an arcade game where we have unlimited quarters. We just keep throwing quarters in.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's very doable. We talked about, gosh, I should not bring up. Okay. There's a YouTuber we talked about here called Mass Replay. Remember Mass Replay?
Yeah, sounds familiar. Can't remember exactly.
So they play video games and talk about like how predatory they are, like arcade games. And I shout out to Mass Replay. Great channel. Check it out. I love that channel. I watch all their videos as they come out. But they played Moonwalker recently. And I want to talk about Moonwalker because it's one of the most ridiculous video games ever made. In the same sense that I played Shaq Fu for the podcast, I really want to play Moonwalker.
Isn't there like
for
an
the
Aerosmith
podcast.
game too where you're like launching CDs and records and things?
Probably. I mean, there's that. There's a lot of games we could play while we talk about them. Like Pepsi Man comes to mind. Like a lot of those weird product placement games.
Yeah.
Cool Spot. Like that. There's a lot of we got a lot to talk about. But yeah. So with that though, I think that's gonna be it for today. Tyler, do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.